So when I say a priesthood and a laity, there are those who have been initiated, and then there are the potential initiates. There are those who know the truth, and then there are those who don't. There are those who are the priests, who look after all of the rites, and then there are those who they look after the rites for. Right? Every spiritual movement that began in the sixth sphere has the same layout. Do you follow what I mean by that? And the oneness movement has the same layout, where there are people you are looking up to as more developed than yourself, that you are getting things from. And every single movement, and I'm not criticising the others, it's every single movement that's ever been created from the sixth sphere has all had that. It was the thing that I attacked in the first century and continue to do so now. The reason, when I say attack it, I don't mean I'm attacking it violently or anything like that. What I'm saying is, the truth is that God wants a personal relationship with you without any middleman. And God wants a personal relationship with all of the people you help without you.
Yeah, but it strikes me there's a heck of a lot of people who wouldn't even consider going for that relationship if there wasn't this sort of thing. I mean, people are so caught up in their three-dimensional lives and existences, you know.
So what do you do? Do you
getting superannuation and coming home, you know, and flopping in front of the telly in exhaustion, you know. And many of these people, I don't know what.
Is it going to help them by them trusting another person or trusting God? Which one's going to help them the most?
I think people can. I've watched it. I've seen people actually open with help from another loving being. Yeah, I'm not talking about help. I'm talking about idolisation. I'm talking about a priesthood laity, where people are treated as they know the truth, I don't. See, I've never referred to Amma and Bhagavan or Anandagiri as gurus. I don't see them in that light. And I've had quite a close connection with Anandagiri. I've been in a house where he lived and I've been, you know, spent time around him, and it's been a very natural connection. I haven't felt that I certainly respect and love him because he's a very loving being, but I never had that sense. And I don't really have it with Amma and Bhagavan. I've never been, I've never wanted a guru, you know, and as I said yesterday, I was brought up Catholic, and even then, and I'm not Catholic any longer, I haven't been for a long time, but even then as a child I questioned that hierarchical thing. So I think, but at the same time I know I can be helped, and to be in a loving presence helps because it opens me. It puts me in a space where I can.
But what I'm saying to you is, what is it opening you to? So well, you believe that it's opening you to God?
No, because I know that that relationship with God has to be with me. It's a personal thing. I know that.
That's it.
But it puts me in a space where I can open myself.
I don't agree. It puts you in a space where you avoid opening yourself, because what you do is avoid the causal emotion. Because it feels like, this is something to be aware of, all of you. When you feel good, you become sometimes addicted to feeling good, don't you? Right? And you become so addicted to feeling good that you just want to feel good all the time. And often that is the thing that causes us to disconnect from God. Because in that process what we do is we disconnect from all of the negative emotions within ourselves that cause resistance to feeling good. We disconnect from
feeling good. We're trying to feel good.
We're trying to feel good. We're trying to feel good. Try to feel good,
Actually,
and we choose to not feel bad.
That's something then that we're doing. If we're choosing to do that, that's our choice, because it's not what they're teaching at Oneness now. The deepening idea just.
That's what I'm saying. They're doing all the things necessary. They just need to add one more thing, and that is this thing that I can have a personal relationship with God personally, and I need to accept God's definition of God, not my definition of God. As soon as I hold on to my definition of God, I'm on the natural love path.
I think that may have come more from the fact that they were very, they were wanting not to
Can I stop you for a moment?
turn it into a religion.
I want to stop you for a moment,
Yeah.
because you're not feeling your own emotion right now. There's an emotion in you that feels like you need to defend the oneness movement.
I can happily shut up.
No, I'm not asking you to shut up. I'm not asking you to shut up. What I'm asking is allow yourself to feel why you want to defend. Feel that emotion. There's an emotion that causes you to want to defend. There's an emotion inside, right? All I'm stating is the truth about the movement, right? Now, you don't have to accept that truth. That's fine. I'm perfectly comfortable with you not accepting that.
Are you perfectly comfortable with me saying what I think as well?
But what you're doing is what you're doing at the moment is avoiding the emotion in order to say what you think. Now, I'm perfectly comfortable with you saying what you feel, but you're not saying what you feel, you're saying what you think. And that's a totally different state. Right? Let yourself feel what is the emotion driving the feelings that's causing these thoughts to rise up in you. Now, is it a connection with a spirit who's feeling defensive? Or is it your own emotion? Firstly, work out the difference between those two things. And if it's your own emotion, let yourself, because there is an attraction if there is a spirit anyway, if it's your own emotion, let yourself feel what that emotion is. Do you understand? Does everyone understand what I'm saying about that? Like, I'm not saying any of these things to attack what you feel about the oneness movement. I have a lot of positive hopes for the oneness movement, right? And that's the reason why I want to speak. I'm speaking with the spirits that are involved in the oneness movement as much as I can, because I want the oneness movement to be such a more powerful force than what it is right now. Just like I want the Catholic Church to be a powerful force, more powerful force than what it is now, but in line with divine truth. Just like I want the Pentecostal movement to be more at one with God, in a line with divine truth. And I want the same for every single thing that's ever happened. All of the religions that have been created in my name, I want to actually accept the divine truth, because they haven't, in many cases, accepted it. Right? And that's the whole reason why I'm saying these things. It's not one particular thing over another. It's all to do with the fact that every one of these things have created this relationship. Now, while you personally may not feel that, it is definitely being created. How hard is it to talk to the originators of these movements? Whoever they are. Right? It's very, very difficult because they set up barriers between you and them. Why do they do that? Right.
But given all of that, okay, let's go back a step to where we started and just talking about the mass of people. How are they going to, do we not even bother to I mean, the mass of people aren't even thinking God. They're so busy thinking superannuation and survival.
Can I just present something to you as an idea? Is it better to present the whole truth to a person, or present just a part of the truth that can mislead them onto different paths and then later have to correct it? Every time any of you have gone down a certain path and then realised that it wasn't the answer that you thought it was, how have you felt? Haven't you felt frustrated, angry, upset with the people that led you down that path? And all of those other emotions have all come up, have they not?
That's how we learn,
Oh, certainly, it's how you learn. But do you need to learn that way? Wouldn't it be better?
No, of course we don't, but that is how we learn.
Certainly, but you don't need to learn that way. You can connect with God directly and learn the best possible way.
Would you
But how
consider
this
going to
mass
India?
going to hear your message? I mean,
By all of you changing at the soul level.
Yes.
That's how.
AJ, would you go to India and talk to Amran Bhagavan?
I'll go anywhere to talk to anybody.
Why don't you? I think...
Because they are not more important to me than you are.
No, but then if you can influence the whole way the thing's done, and as you say...
But the only way I'm going to be able to do that is change myself, firstly. And then everyone around me will start seeing that what I'm saying is true, and then they will change. Right? That's the only way it's going to happen. This applies in your life as well as mine. Right?
Yeah.
By your changing, everyone around you will begin changing. By your living in truth, everyone around you will begin living in truth. That's how truth will affect the world. That's how it will occur. It's not going to occur by presenting another half-truth to the world. Do you follow me? It doesn't happen that way. That's why this world is full of half-truths. Right? That's why we have like over 100,000 religions on the earth today. The reason why we have 100,000 religions is because nobody wants to accept God's truth. They want to make their own, and they want to have a following, and they want to have a priesthood laity where I tell you what to do. They want to do all of that. None of that is what God wants. God wants to connect with you directly. Once God connects with you and you become at one with God, absolutely every single person around you is going to know. Every single person around you will feel it. Every single person around you will change because you've got into that condition. Every single person will change.